such correspondence, assuming, and I'm not considering to that, governor sends what happens to anybody. There is the office of the speaker is an office. There's a person of the speaker, office of the speaker. There's a reason why correspondences must pass through the system of the assembly. What if Mr. Speaker comes this morning and tells us he doesn't want to be our speaker anymore? What if we say Mr. Speaker is not our speaker as of today? Our interest is behind, and the fore is the interest of River State.
Okay. Now let me be honest, right? This one is personal. It's not professional. It is personal. I'm tired of reviewing this. Different perspectives. This one said that. This one did not say this. Right? That's Sam. Now, Sam Orakuchinedu, who is the professional one, he's not tired. Of course, he wants to do his job. He wants to be professional. So let that Sam Orakuchinedu. It's one of the questions. See? So what do we do? He literally asked, and they said, Sam, if you have ideas, give me. I said, yes, I'm sorry. My brain doesn't work well by after 4. Because that's complex. It doesn't, my blood doesn't flow as it should. Well, this is the 3. And I've seen that the brain still doesn't work as it should. Apparently, the time has extended. Unfortunately, Rivers people are the victims here. The government, the members, the real victims of this drama are the people of Rivers State. And while the fight might be fought to whatever end, right? Supreme Court has said, oh, this must be done. Now they are dragging how to do what needs to be done. The real losers are the good people of Rivers State, GPRS as they are called. And it might seem dramatic enough, funny enough, crazy enough, but it's not. Because if you can allow yourself see the bigger picture, all of this time, the Supreme Court judgment, if I'm not mistaken, is going into its 3rd week without being implemented. So I sent letter, they didn't see the letter. I showed up, they locked the gate. I gave ultimatum, they didn't answer. I extended all of this. The drama, the thrills and spills, the episode 1, chapter 4, all of this unnecessary drama is putting the average Rivers man, and I mean that by heritage, whether you're from Rivers or by association, whether you live and work here, in a deeper mess. So you say the governor is not telling the truth. The governor say, but I reached out. I sent a message. I sent my people. We showed up. You ignored me. Say, no, we didn't ignore. What do we do now? Because if this question cannot be answered, guess what is going to happen? On the 14th of March, 2025, which will be tomorrow, there will be another perspective, another chapter, another episode of this story that we will also discuss on Hard Facts. And my colleague Andrew will do something on Morning Crossfire. And it's not exclusive to this station. All media houses around Port Harcourt, River State, and other parts of Niger Delta, and even the country, will discuss this. Now that the assembly said the governor is lying, then you see another letter from Government House. Governor Fubara has said, Governor Fubara has done. It's not question. Is it impossible to come to a resolution? Okay. When are you people sitting so that we can plan a meeting around that time? Oh, it's too early. The speaker have not woken up. It's not that after 10, things don't used to go well. The gates, the padlock, they don't used to open the key but till after 11, no problem. When now can we meet? Because the minutes are becoming hours. They are turning to days. Weeks will become months. And then, one day we'll be on radio and say, it has been 4 weeks since the Supreme Court ruling. And there's been no implementation, which means it's 1 month. And then, 2 months later, like we say in Nigeria, like play. It's not funny anymore. So what do we do? I don't have the answer. I'm just in the business of asking questions. Hopefully you give me the answer to that. And from there we go over to our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, who has a lot of things to say, as he always does. But this time he's speaking against a project the federal government has decided to execute. The former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, has described the 15.6 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar coastal highway project as wasteful and corrupt. He equally slammed President Bola Tinubu's administration for spending 21 billion naira on a new official residence for Vice President Kashim Shettima, calling it a misplaced priority and conduit designed to embezzle public funds. The former president disclosed this in Chapter 6. Did you hear that? I wonder what was contained in Chapter 1 to 5 of his new book, Nigeria, Past and Future, where he painted the portraits and characters of chief executives at both the federal and state levels. The book was one of the two new books unveiled to mark Obasanjo's 88th birthday last week. Now, if you remember, he was also congratulated by the president. The president did say, yes, Obasanjo can be controversial, but his contribution has helped governance and development. Well, the contribution has come again. The book was one of the two new books unveiled, at his birthday. Now, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, had revealed that the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar coastal highway will cost 4.93 billion naira per kilometer, stating that the contract was awarded on a counterpart funding basis and not a public-private partnership. About 1 trillion had been released for the pilot phase, or 6% of the project, which begins at Eco Atlantic and expected to terminate at Lekki Deep Sea Port. To the untrained eye or ear, this amount sounds like it's too much. 15.6 trillion naira. For just coastal. But the thing is, this coastal is not, they don't price it in the market. We really don't know how much it is. When you now speak to an expert, and I say, no, it's too high, or it's too low, or it depends on the materials, it depends on this or that. But even without being an expert, I can tell you for free that 21 billion for a new official residence for the vice president, that one is plenty. Unless they want to, well, again, we'll ask questions. But someone has a few things to say in reaction to the former president's position, and that is Sheikh Husani, who was a senator. The former lawmaker representing Kaduna Central in the National Assembly, Sheikh Husani, has stated that the 15.6 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar coastal highway is not a wasteful project. Yes, indeed. He disclosed this on social media, his X handle on Thursday. Sani said the highway project is not wasteful, adding that the funds for the project could have been stolen. I'm struggling to come to terms with the reason he has given. He wrote, I don't think the Lagos-Calabar highway is wasteful, taking cognizance that such amount of money for the project can be stolen by one man, as it happened in the CBN in the past. I'm hoping that's not his only reason, but hey, it's a reason nonetheless. Well, moving from that, we'll go to NAFDAC. But before we do, I'd like to talk to you. The Assembly has said that the governor is not being truthful. And Obasanjo has said that the country is being wasteful. What say you? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Remember, you have limited time when you call. So if and when you connect, please go straight to the point so we have a smooth conversation. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
From Yenagoa.
Go ahead, Gift.
Yesterday, I said something clearly, and thank God, MMA judge, the chairman, and the person who is the information lawmaker in the House have said it all.
Okay.
That there was no correspondence between the both parties. And I was waiting for the Commissioner for Information yesterday to tell me when did that take place, that yesterday. Because he quoted you, the enemy quoted you on Channel Television, and I was happy. I was listening to you when the Commissioner was being interviewed by you. So, as far as I'm concerned, it is all about drama. It is all about drama. A legislative staff yesterday broke down how National Assembly and State Assembly works, that claimed that the governor was wrong, that you were supposed to write, and they now take that your letter to the House, deliberate on it, and get back to you before you come into the House. And there was no announcement in the state. Were you aware, you yourself, or myself, that they announced that budget will be laid down that very day? In the country, you will hear when they want to present budget before the National Assembly, even in your kitchen, in your community. Let me stop here because it is tiring.
Okay, so
Thank
Gift, hold on.
Okay,
You cannot be tired yet. This is just the beginning. So, along with the contributions and, trading blames, I need to get recommendations from people who call. So what do we do now? What's the next step? What do you suggest?
Okay. If that is the case, thank you for that. Let me go straight to the point.
Keep it brief.
The governor should now wait for that letter that he said is to deliberate on it.
All right.
They will write back.
Now is locking the governor out. My question is, who then let them continue to keep their father's land in disarray and let them know that posterity will always remember you without looking for your address? Ezenyi Chima from Umerilu says. I have George from Buguma. Hello, George. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, you see, there is a deliberate determination to undermine the peace that is well expected in the state. You can see the governor keep emphasizing on need for peace to reign because the Supreme Court has given, the highest court has given judgment. And that is what the governor is looking at. If not that the highest court has given judgment on this matter, I don't think the governor will even waste his time or even channel his strength on the state assembly. See, let me tell my brother, the state representing the constituency too, they asked committee chairman of information. Since he went there, this is over 3 or 4 tenure. As a brother, you can see we bear the same name. The same blood flow in our veins. But over how many tenures he has been here? 5 naira benefit has not from him touched my life. But I don't worry.
Wait. George, wait, my brother, yes. Wait. Hello, George.
I'm with you.
His business there is to represent you, to represent your interest, and to make laws that we have. This 5 naira that you are looking for, are you?
Constituency project. Money for constituency work. He goes there. You know, their money now is very big. Each of them, when the governor will pay them, they have a very good amount of money. Is not my interest. I'm confident with what I have.
Okay, George.
But let the truth and let the right thing
be done.
The Nigerian system has been that people pretend so much.
Okay.
But even the oracle, look at even in that office, you can see when I call it open to my number.
Oh my goodness! Why will I do this to you? Sorry, George. That's don't mind me. It's how I behave. You see, sometimes it's how it touches me. It touches me in the head. Sorry, my dear. Sorry. Chima from Rumokuta. Hello, Chima.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, what I saw yesterday is a complete executive conquest on the legislative. That is, the legislative has tried everything and it has finally conquered the legislature of Rivers State. And this is not democracy. Because you will not tell me that you wrote a letter the day before yesterday and you came today. In a well-organized organization like this, we are full of laws takes place. Where people's boundaries are supposed to be respected. Because of maybe most people used to say, or acknowledge the kind of power that maybe you do not have. That everything belongs to you. The whole land belongs to you. You are the landlord, you can go to anywhere you want to go to. No. The governor cannot come into my house if I refuse him to come.
Mark it today, Mr. Oracle. If the governor is going to my house, I said, don't come. He can't come.
Chima, I assure you the governor would not want to come to your house. But go ahead.
Okay. Let us leave it at that. But you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in essence is that what the governor is actually doing is manipulating the emotion of River State people. He does not want to present any budget. Because presenting a budget is not a play business. It's a serious business with Oracle. Okay. By now, River State would have been booming. They will be shaking that the government is going to present budget. All of a sudden, we don't wake up from sleep, we saw a man. And it was in the better. They had an appointment somewhere, just fasting, telling me branch here and see these people. And you have invaded them before. And when you invaded them, it was not easy for them. It led to their complex being demolished. Even if they were there, how would they be scared of you?
Okay.
Unannounced. Why would they be scared of you?
All right, thank you, Chima. Thank you very much.
Now, what the message essence is that let the governor don't play with River State people again.
All right. That's just about time. Ken and Promise, I'll get to you shortly. I have a few comments waiting on Facebook. Remember, we're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Michael, what do you think then when they publicly denied the affection, which was on national TV and social media? Engineer Forum says, I think they should let go all the political drama and give peace a chance in River State. We must move forward. Ayan Naya Emmanuel simply says, good afternoon. Okay. And Joel, peace is possible. Both the governor and the speaker should come to a round table and sort out the issues. Both of them are the problem we have, not Wike. You can imagine, at the end of the month, the central bank refuses to pay allocations. Okay. Let's see. Ken calls from Ubimini. Hello, Ken. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, SOC.
Good afternoon.
SOC, let us believe the House of Assembly members
Okay.
that the governor did not inform them in any kind, in any form that he is coming or he was coming. But now, they had assumed that he is or he was not coming to present budget to them. How do they know? How do they know his motive of coming that made them to shut him out? The only place I find them guilty is for them not to allow him to come inside and know exactly what was his motive and the decision and the mind to meet them without invitation or information as they claim. That is where the whole issue would have been if freedom's development is concerned. But my joy is this. There is posterity. I don't know if you can remember Babangida, who just wrote some book or a book.
All right, Ken, it's 1 minute 30 seconds.
It's on MKO's notification of his election. God is watching.
Indeed, he is. Thank you very much. Promise from Rumodmaya. Hello, Promise. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon.
I think what we are looking for is solution. Despite to have a lot of things to say, but let me direct you to the governor direct.
All right.
To me, the same way the governor is making announcements whenever he wants to go for commissioning, the same way they are making announcements before that very day of commissioning. I think he should also be, if this is bringing a lot of arguments between him and the members of the House of Assembly, I think he should also be, announce it to River people. Put it on air so that we should know that yes, the governor has said that he's going to see these people today.
No, but Promise, hello, Promise, can you hear me? Okay, it seems Promise cannot hear me. It was the accusation of an announcement on a public platform that even got us here in the first place. Or why will it be published on social media and on air and not directed to the assembly members? So if you're telling us the government to announce again, my brother, we might not come out of where we have entered. Leverton calls from Yenagua. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Oracle.
Good afternoon.
If I'm resident in Yenagua, what concerns me is what is happening in River State. And God is Supreme Court admit. So I am begging the government to do the needful, please. Because what played out yesterday, it couldn't have played out if we do the right thing. You must notify the whole state
that you want to present budget. You don't just get up in the morning and walk into the assembly that you want to present budget because they ask you to present budget. No, now. Things are not done that way. My brother, let us be that of ourselves. You have to notify them. You understand me? You have to notify them that I'm coming. So the whole state will be aware. Even the day the governor of Bayelsa State present budget, he announced, the Commission of Information announced for the whole state that the governor is coming to present budget so day. So that is what I expected from my governor. So he should do so, please. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Okay, messages waiting to be taken. And I believe I still have one headline to run through. So let's see. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has introduced a mobile application called Green Book to help detect fake drugs in Nigeria. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, represented by the Director of Post-Marketing Surveillance Directorates, Freden Bitrus, speaking in a 2-day awareness training organized to educate stakeholders on the Green Book Traceability Project and Pediatric Policy in Port Harcourt, explained that the app allows users to verify drug authenticity and trace product sources, which signifies that any drug not listed on the app is considered unauthorized. She also called on stakeholders to support efforts in ensuring only quality pharmaceutical products reach the market. Okay. That's an interesting one. I'm hoping I can play something from that, but if I can't... Oh, okay. It seems I cannot. Now, this looks good on paper. If implemented as stated, it's amazing. Because the menace, the scourge, the epidemic of fake drugs, it calls for a state of emergency. So anything that can be done, right, to curb the problem is a welcome development. And deploying technology is the way to go. But I hope that the technology, the tool, as it is explained, works. I also hope that NAFDAC is 2 is not good enough, 10 steps ahead of the criminals. Because you see, these criminals are also technically sound. They also know how to build apps. They very likely have people who can search and find loopholes in the system. So it's important that they pay attention to the security of this service and have a way that it cannot be easily replicated. But most importantly, handle the sensitization of this project so that people are aware of what to look out for. Finally, I hope this does not go the Nigerian way. The way in which, when project is implemented, after a while we start hearing that funding, the money is not coming where it's supposed to, or the person that is supposed to do this one is missing. And before you know, this wonderful project will become, there was once a time. You see, there's a Nigerian way of doing things, or a Nigerian way that things happen. That's a better way to put it. I remember I was, a couple of years ago when I was working somewhere, and somebody was telling the person who he and I share an office space about how, I think those who go to sea, those who go offshore, if I'm not mistaken, something about their drinking water, right? He was talking about a purification process where the water is purified and is so clean that they can drink it. In fact, he even said, I remember the statement, that the system or the process or the device or the machine works so well that you can take water from a toilet and put it in that system and it will purify it to the point where you can drink it. And the guy said, God forbid. He said, no, really, I'm serious. And he said, which made us laugh, my brother, if he be say the thing they work, these are the real fears that Nigerians have. That thing can work because I like all doing level button. That thing can work because I like all doing level buttons be pushed. Let all the salt, everything that is necessary for this to work, let it work. Let's not hear that one thing led to another thing, and before you know, it's in the pipeline. Thank you very much, NAFDAC. Donaldson calls from Emoha. Hello, Donaldson. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I just want to go straight to the point. I'm not a politician.
All right.
I'm a River State individual, and I don't like what is going on in the state.
Okay.
In fact, our democracy is so bad that I don't exercise my rights because of all of these things. People are complaining about the Malay not giving their the free information that is coming with the bill. But he did that before. He did it with the previous assembly. He gave them a date and he kept it. Now this particular assembly, they are trying to undermine his office, if I can say the least. They are trying to frustrate him, trying to belittle him. They are not working with their own authority, if you ask me. They are working with the federal authority. They have a federal backing. If they were doing this within themselves, they would have every reason to kind of succumb to the governor, because he's the number one citizen, whether they like it or not. But because they have a higher power, they feel they can do anything and they'll still lead the race. So for them to say they locked, he did not give him an information. You gave him the time, an ultimatum, 2 days, which he could not meet. He called for a peace meeting with you. I don't know if they did the booking or not. And now he comes for this. I'm sure there must have been an information.
Okay.
The same way there was an information that came that they brought the letter down to him, and he did not honor that. They said it did not get to him. They did not see it. The state is being undermined by
the assembly
power
members.
also.
Okay.
Federal power. I don't want to call any name. But
All right, Donaldson, you have to wrap up. You're out of time.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Dota calls from Gokana. Good afternoon, Dota. Dota, are you there? Okay. I'll move from her to Okwando. Okay, let's take messages. There are lots of them and very little time. Sunday Matthew on Facebook says the same people that gave the governor 48 hours are now the same people locking Assembly Gate. God is watching. All right. Let's see what's happening on WhatsApp. Endemic George is not telling the truth. If what they're saying is true, why not call on the governor to repeat his visit? We all know they have a penchant for lying. Hence, I see this as a waste of time and energy. Elon Ndidi says on WhatsApp. God day, Teme. Sam, you've said it all. What do we do to resolve the issue so Rivers State can move forward? But the truth is that the assembly members are not being truthful. Honorable Enemi George is lying because I was there myself. The gate was locked and the members were inside. Okay. And the next comment on WhatsApp reads, we believe the governor and not the River State House of Assembly that is out to frustrate the governor. Again, the way forward is the assembly telling the governor when he will sit next so the governor can show up. That's from Barrister Gift Choco. All right. At this point, the next message reads, the next letter the governor will write, he should publish it in the media, send it to television stations and all major media organizations in the country. He should also copy the Supreme Court and National Assembly. By doing so, the assembly members cannot deny receiving his correspondence. Where all these measures fail, Mr. Governor should drag the House to the Supreme Court for contempt of court. John from Port Harcourt says. Okay, John. Good afternoon, Sam. Thinking that these matter will be over soon is a mistake. That's the problem. The assembly members have an Ontario motive. Oh, I think you mean ulterior. Petitioning the chief judge of the state who they screened when their paymaster was the governor. It speaks volume of what they have in mind. Perhaps because the chief judge have proceeded on a 1-year leave that will make the impeachment impossible. Democratic coup d'etat aided by the federal must be put to a halt. Odimegu Sonny Didia says. Odnakawaike says, how can Rivers people trust an assembly that speaks from both sides of their mouth, denying that they did not receive any correspondence from the governor? For the statement credited to the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, yes, no one has commented on that. On the Coastal Road project, I support his view because the government should have used the money to fix the existing dilapidated and building new ones that may not be complete. All right. 1 or 2 calls and we wrap up conversations. Hello? Call back if you can. Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Ayas and I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say that presently Rivers State is in a lockdown politically.
Is what?
And I think it's a tactic by the House of Assembly that it will be as if the governor has deliberately refused to implement the decision of the Supreme Court. Now, if you ask me, I think all this aside by the governor, if actually they wanted to receive him, they would have received him. Because if they said against the 8 hours ultimatum, that's the 8 hours. It signifies the urgency of the presentation of the budget. So why is it that they are not relenting on that? I don't really understand, because there is supposed to be peace in this country. I mean, in this state. They are supposed to be peace. So let them make effort to bring peace. Because, and if you ask me, what will be the fate of civil servants at the end of the month? What will be the fate of workers? Are they considering that? So the earlier they start considering that, the better for all of us, because it's not a question of selfish interest. They're just there for themselves. They are just there for themselves, which is not supposed to be. Now, on the issue of Obasanjo launching of books, yes, I think they are not cashing out. They are cashing out. My former president has done his. Now, Obasanjo has done his. All the allegedly money that they took from the government, from the federal government, they are not using it to say they are writing books, writing this.
There are lots of young people. I have a lot of friends who are authors. And if I took my life seriously, maybe I would have a book at this time. So while I understand it's important that you allege that Nigeria's money has been stolen, I don't think writing a book is right. It's not that expensive. You don't have to steal government money to write a book, publish a book. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Sam, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Okay, come with Mike. I'm calling you from Borokri.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything is okay.
Did somebody beat you? You sound like you're
Nobody locked me out.
Okay. Nice one. All right. Go ahead. You have a minute.
Of solution.
Yeah.
For my suggestion is, I've said it. If you look at the body language, listen to the media chat of the Minister of FCT, also listen to Mr. President, you know that these people are up to something. That is the truth. Let's not hide anything about it. It is very glaring. So for me, what I would suggest to the governor is relax in their brick house. Whatever ultimatum they come up with, you go to state high court and keep it pending. And let's wait until month ending. Because when people are even saying month, I think if he present budget today, then he will get salary. No. The salary is kept pending until he conducts local government elections. So since he cannot get any money, he cannot conduct local government elections, there is House of Assembly who are bent on ensuring that nothing works. Use your internally generated revenue, run your immediate cabinet, and then let people begin to react. When time comes, people are asking what will happen to the civil servants. People that are hungry will react. For me, that is what you should just do.
My brother.
Whatever ultimatum that comes from the House of Assembly, go to the state high court and get an injunction. Let that matter keep pending, and until everybody gets tired, and all of us, because this matter will only be straightened when all of us act what we are supposed to do. That's only when solution will come.
My brother, this is your suggestion. Lives are tied to this money. Okay, well, thank you. When all of us get tired, that's a long time. We are tired already. We don't have to wait again. All right, that's his suggestion. Thank you very much for being a part of the big stories. 4 o'clock is upon us. The business news happens at the top of the hour. And on the other side of the hour, we talk again about the assembly. But this time, they are asking the DSS to probe the chief judge for age falsification. Stay with us.
Here on Info, we give you a great blend of all. Local or foreign, we've got you covered.
Blackouts across Nigeria as national grid collapses.
The UN is warning of the consequences of Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
We are right on.
Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk.
It's 4 o'clock.
And now the business news.